Hey, what's up guys, it's Sammy aka Reznov, and today we're going to be looking at World of War and what I think personally are my 5 favourite things about the game. This is actually the reason I bought an Xbox, was just to play this game, because I'd played COD 4 a bit and I saw this was a new one, so I went to my local gaming shop, Game I think it was called, and bought myself a second-hand Xbox, which broke on me years later, and got a copy of this game so I could play with my mates. And basically the rest is history. It's a really fun game. I really enjoyed it. Obviously I did, because I bought every single one since. But this is basically where it all started for me. This is the one where I put a lot of time into. And anyway, let's get on with the list. So the first thing I'm gonna say is the game mode War. And this is kind of hard to explain, this game mode, without actually playing it, but it's somewhere between domination and hardpoint is how I describe it. But basically, each side starts with 2 flags on their own, and in the middle is a neutral flag, and you've got to try and get on the flag to capture it. And it's in the middle, and your teams will spawn either side of it, sort of. So it's kind of like really intensive. You're really fighting for territory, kind of like hardpoint, but you gotta stay on it for, like, say, I don't know, 20 seconds. But if there's more people on the flag, you capture it faster. And getting kills give you momentum, so you can capture faster again. So getting kills is actually quite important in the game mode. And if you capture the flag, then you move on to the next one. So the enemy team's now got to try and capture a position more in their base, and you've got to try and take it from them again until you do it all the way until you get to their final flag. And then if you get that, then you win the game. And I think there's like an overtime round after a while. And I think you get kill streaks to help you if you were on the winning team. I think dogs come in with you or something like that. But anyway, I thought it was a really fun game. It really was proper and intense. The way that it spawned was that people, you were spawned either side. It really felt like you were pushing for territory in a war. Deaths did matter, but you really need to get on there. And I whenever I played it, I always felt like everyone was really trying to play the objective, and it was just an awesome game mode all round. And I'm kind of gutted that it's never come back again. But it's not going to be in Ghost by the look of it either, but I don't know, maybe we'll get it at some point. So next thing on my list is the sounds of the game. Personally, I thought this is the best sounding Call of Duty game I've ever played, just because it actually sounded like you're in a war, whether or not it was just because it was the World War II setting, but it just sounded awesome. The sound of the mortar strikes they're hitting is like really sounded really evil and sinister, like whoosh. Well, I'm not going to do the effects of my voice, but it just sounded really good. And also the voice acting, I just think was incredible. Reznov, I just loved the stuff he would say, because he actually would do the well, they didn't say it was Reznov, but it was obviously him. It was his voice. They would use it for the Russian side, and then they had some crazy German dude going like, "Yeah, fight for the Führer," going all crazy. That was pretty cool. And the Americans had actually Jack Bauer, as in the guy from 24. He would do the sounds for the American side, and it just sounded really good, and it just gave the whole game an awesome feel. I felt, it's really felt like a war. So the next thing I want to mention is the dogs kill streak. I personally thought this was really cool. Rather than Infinity Ward's 7 kill streak was helicopters. What Treyarch did was they had dogs. And you probably know what the dog kill streak is like, but it wasn't quite as good as it was in Black Ops 2. It only took 7 kills to get, and it would actually they could bite you twice to kill you, whereas in games today it only takes 1 bite to kill you. So it kind of did a lot less damage. But I used to play a lot of hardcore as well, so it was still 1 bite to kill, but you could actually fight off the dogs and stuff. So that was an awesome kill streak. I really thought it was a lot cooler than Infinity War's helicopter. But it was also, I think you could tell whose dogs they were by what they looked like, because they always looked different. I think if the dogs were like Alsatians, I think they were friendly, and if they were like, I don't know, black pit bulls, like little things, then they were enemy dogs. So that was also a pretty cool addition. And the fourth thing I'm going to put in the list is I don't know if you've heard of it. It's called zombies. Well, basically, I only played I think it was called Nacta and Toten. It was the first map. I actually bought another map pack as well, so I did have the next one, but that first one was enough for me. I spent so much time on that game. We used to just you know, find all the like little areas to hide in the corner, hold it off, and it was just, there'd never really been a zombie game like that. I think there's probably survival games like that, but Treyarch really hit the nail on the head when they put it in, because it was just a bonus game as well. You only got it once you actually played through the whole game. It was unlocked as a bonus bonus thing for co-op, so it was actually sort of put in as an afterthought. And to think of how successful it has made them, it's kind of, you know, kind of ridiculous. And I think it was only made as, from the rumor that I heard, is that it was only made as sort of a you know, someone made it in their spare time, and then they thought, oh, that's really good, we should actually put it in the full game. And whoever made that decision, probably one of the best decisions they've ever made, shall we say. So the fifth and final thing I'm going to say is the gun uniqueness. Each gun really felt different. The Treyarch nowadays usually has the weird guns. They went a bit off on Black Ops. Like they still had the, you know, the weird selection, but the guns were kind of a bit samey. But in World of War, every gun felt different. Like the LMGs and stuff, there was like the DP-28, which literally looked like a pizza chucker. You had a big massive round barrel that you put on top, and you just proper bashed it in. It was just the way it went in. You had the MP40. You know, everyone say that gun was quite OP, but I think I used to use it a lot. Maybe it was because it was OP, I don't know, but I thought it was okay. What was it? The FG42, you know, fired really fast. The snipers, you had the, you know, the bolt action actual rifles. You didn't have sniper rifles. You actually had to get a rifle and add a scope to it. It was an attachment, so that was pretty cool. And also just the fact that rifles, there was only one fully auto rifle. They were all semi-auto shots, so it kind of really, it was just, every gun just felt really unique, and the sounds of them was really cool. So that's personally my top 5 things. Feel free to mention your top 5 things in the comments, you know, or your 5 worst things. I'm going to have an annotation at the end for the playlist for watching the rest of the Call of Duty, so I'm going to be working through every single one of them up until Black Ops 2. Basically just so we can have a look at the best things and the worst things as Call of Duty has gone through. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you pick up a copy of this and have a go at the War game mode, because it's really fun, and I'd love to see it back in the Call of Duty game at some point. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Bye bye now. Bye bye.